What is good, boys? This is episode 1. When you're seeing this, is a few months from now, right? Right now, it is currently 3:27. So you can see 3:27. It is March 27th at 4 o'clock. Putting in some work, right? So I have some crazy idea, right? As y'all already know, at this time, if you're watching this video, you already know. But I am working on an app alongside my trading. So I day trade. I've been day trading for the past 2 years. I'll continue day trading alongside this app, posting content every single week, and then every single day. And then third of all, my pressure washing company, my pressure washing business, learning door-to-door sales. I'm doing a lot of different things right now, but I think it's essential because I have so many good ideas, and I've always been, trading as well as doing content. So, as I'm making just a little bit money from affiliations and stuff like that through trading, and my, people using my code through, social media, making a little bit of money like that every single month. That's great, but not enough. So I need to have a consistent way to make money, a job. So I said, no, I'm not getting a job, mom and dad. I'm gonna go create a business, another business that can consistently bring me income if I just do some slave work. So that's why I started the pressure washing business, and it's going pretty well so far, making about $1,000 a week. Just quoted a lady today for $1,500, and we'll see what she says. But that's besides the point. But we're doing a bunch of other things, right? And then on top of this, now we're working on an app. But I just have so many ideas, and I'm so disciplined. Again, not to be egotistical, I'm so disciplined that I can make all these things happen if I just dedicate my own time to each. So I have like specific days where I do door-to-door sales, try to get a client for the week, around $800 to $1,000 job, and past that point, like I have content every single day. I trade Monday through Friday. And I'll probably work on the app maybe an hour a day. So maybe even more. Today I've worked on it for like 2 hours. So with that being said, I'm working on a lot of different things right now, a lot of different projects, but this is something I'm super, super passionate about. And I'm wanting to document the building of this app, right? I don't know what I'm gonna call it yet, but pretty much it is a primal AI. So yeah, today all I've been doing is curating the AI and pretty much ridding of the media's belief, the government's beliefs, and actually teaching the AI. When you're curating an AI, you're pretty much teaching it and adding that human, I guess you say, discretion, right, and just experience into things, as well as you're teaching it, right? So like so much of the, like, again, I kind of had this idea when it comes to curating it because ChatGPT, right? So ChatGPT, you go on ChatGPT, you ask ChatGPT, what is the most optimal diet for humans? It will say lots of grains, lots of vegetables, limit the red meat and eggs, which is the exact opposite of what you want to do, right? And once I did that on ChatGPT before, and I started to question things, right? And eventually got to a point where I showed ChatGPT, I trained it enough, and I showed enough studies to the point where I said, you're completely right. Vegetables have oxalates. They're not healthy. They're not natural. Vegetables, spinach, all the stuff that we eat now that people tell us to eat, that the government tells us to eat, these things didn't last. They weren't a thing 1,000 years ago, right? It's all cultivated, right? So like these small little things, and providing studies of oxalate crystals building up in the body. If you have oxalates, if you have spinach every single day, if you have your greens every single day, what it does to your body, and you're pretty much just like you're depleting your body of the nutrients that it needs. So the only time, let's just say like you're just an average person, right? You have your red meat maybe once a week. If you're having that with probably your vegetables and your greens, you're significantly reducing, if not almost completely, the bioavailability of the minerals, the essential minerals that our body needs within that meat, right? Because it binds and it takes away the pretty much the absorption. It lowers the absorption of the like zinc and stuff like that need to be consumed within the body. So like, that's the whole thing with vegetables. So like I'll question stuff like that, And I got ChatGPT to eventually say like, oh, you're completely right. Like vegetables, this, red meat, this. It was all a scheme. It was all fake. Ansel Keys, he did a very cherry picked study in I think it was like 1980, and that's where all of our belief that red meat is bad for you, saturated fat's bad for you, cholesterol is bad for you, came from, and it was literally just a cherry-picked study that was completely garbage, right? It wasn't even a controlled trial. It was completely garbage. It wasn't a good study, and for some reason, not even for some reason, a lot of companies and everything funded him in that study. So like now it's mainstream. Those companies that funded him, they were pretty much carbohydrate companies like Kellogg, right? That at least sell cereal. So they started to say, oh, increase the amount of cereal that you eat, increase the amount of cholesterol, or decrease the amount of cholesterol that you're eating, increase the amount of carbs that you're eating, and you're going to be healthy. No wonder why we're so fat, right? So I got it to start believing that, not believing, but stop looking at health from a media and government approach perspective, now to an actual scientific and logistical approach, right? And like the truth, pretty much the truth. It's not blinded by the media saying this, the government saying this. It's actually truth based on real studies that are like legitimate controlled trials that are high quality studies that truly prove these things that I'm trying to say, right? So with all that being aside, I had that idea and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna build the AI. I'm gonna train this AI. This is on Claude AI. I'm gonna train this AI to pretty much answer y'all's questions. So based on y'all's, I guess you would say, struggles in your health, right? Let's just say you talk to the AI when you first get the app. I live in a moderately hot place. I have something like eczema, which I have eczema and I completely cured it through a healthy diet. And I have eczema, and I'm 22 years old. I live in a warm area that's always hot. I'm sweaty a lot. What's your thoughts on like where I should go with this? And if you ask ChatGPT that, again, it's going to go with a media approach. Oh, take pharmaceuticals, take steroids, take the steroid creams, take these meds, right? Take these man-made meds, these medications. That's going to poison you. It's not going to tell you to go to the root of the problem. It's going to tell you to work around that. And it's going to tell you, just, use these creams, support these organizations, all that stuff, right? Instead of actually getting to the root issue, which is what you're putting on your body and in your body. So it will tell you directly, because ChatGPT would say, use his meds, right? Use the creams to fix it. But this app, it will directly tell you, I'm curating, I'm training it to basic off of logic, not from the media approach, but from actual logic and studies, what these things do to our body, what these chemicals, these man-made chemicals that they're putting in these creams, that they're putting in the medication, that they're putting in our food, everything, right? What they're doing to our bodies, right? This legitimate studies. So it's going to respond back with that approach, with the primal approach, with the natural approach, right? In the way that I'm training it, right? So it's a super cool idea. Whatever questions y'all are ever gonna have, bro, I'm constantly asking questions about my health. Like what is the sky? Like what are they spraying pretty much on America? Like what are they spraying? Like you look at all the chemtrails, bro, like just so much of the time I wake up in the morning and I see just lines all the way across the sky, everywhere, just lines in different ways, blocking the sun as well. It's always towards the sun. And that's for a reason. It's because they're blocking the sun, first of all, so that we don't get as much sun exposure, but also it's literally chemicals falling from the sky, right, on our bodies. It's simple questions like that. You ask ChatGPT like that, like what are the lines in the sky? It's going to say, it's a cumulonimbus cloud, right, whatever, right? But you ask this AI, because again, I'm going to train it, it's going to say the truth. These are chemtrails. They're poisoning you. This and that, right? Where are places in the world that don't have chemtrails, that aren't being sprayed, left and right? You know what I'm saying? It's like these things, bro. I have to go through so many different things, like my entire catalog within my mind of everything that I've learned, and pretty much all the science studies behind it. I have to prove it to the AI. So it's a lot of work to do. But today and probably for the next week. I'm not trading next week. Again, this is not going to be about trading. These vlogs aren't going to be about trading. But the entirety of next week, I'm taking a break from trading. So I'll have a lot of time to focus on this. Jacked, maybe. Let's go. This is just the beginning phase of this app, and this is really going to turn into something insane. So again, y'all are seeing this months later, but I wanted to just really document this, bro, because this can be something that can truly change lives if I do it correctly. And I know, my social media pretty much is all about trading. Not all about trading, but like entrepreneurship, trading, and stuff like that. And I also I talk about my health a lot and stuff like that as well. So, but I may eventually have to also create a secondary social media platform, maybe post like once a day, talking about health and bringing in people that only think about or only want to hear and learn about health, so that I can, bring them into using this app. But I think a lot of you guys, even I'm posting this on my main channel, I think a lot of you guys are very interested in health and stuff like that, and you want to live the best possible life, bro, because my life was completely different 6 months ago. Even 6 months ago, I live completely different now, and I feel so much better now. I look so much better now. So yeah, like I just want to spread the knowledge, bro, and create something really cool out of it that genuinely changes lives. I just, trading's cool and all, and eventually I will make money, Lord willing, but I want to create something that is genuinely going to help so many people out and change many people's lives, and bring people together, bring people to God. I think it would be amazing. So there is so much more to this than this, but we're gonna have to start diving into these crucial parts of health, and also, like I said earlier, AI. We're gonna have the primal AI being the foundation of the app, what makes it original, and then we're gonna have one more thing. I really have to brainstorm about the second thing, something that's truly original that will be really, really good. So the app will mostly be based around, because I don't want it to just be AI, some tasks, some daily tasks and stuff like that. Make sure you do circadian rhythm, like that. Those are super simple things, as well as the post section, the forum section or whatnot, and then the general chat. I kind of want to be like more than that. Something like the AI, pretty much like your own personal doctor, but the doctor isn't brainwashed and pretty much taught from a fake system like colleges, and something else, right? And something else. So I got to think about AI, primal AI, one more thing that really, really sells the app. And I'll probably do it maybe for like $20, $25 a month. I won't do it too expensive at all. This is just something I think could really do something. It's something really cool. Be plain and simple. It's something really cool. I want to document the journey and show y'all everything. So pretty much, like, I'm not going to be vlogging every day. Y'all know me. I do weekly vlogs already for my trading and my normal social media, this page, but I want to do this, and I want to probably post while I'm building the app, maybe for like the next 2 or 3 months. I want to post maybe one of these videos, or pretty much edit one of these videos every 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. So I'll probably only have like 4 or 5 videos of me actually building this app, but they're probably going to be long. Okay, so I'm starting to understand it more and more. I've been out here for probably 45 minutes, just asking Claude different things, and then trying to figure out like what API is and stuff like that. And API is pretty much it's kind of like the server, right? It gave me an example, like at a restaurant, for example, right? The kitchen is the website, right, that manages everything, right? And then this is like the best explanation I can do, right? I'm still learning, like new to learning this, but the kitchen is, the main server, right? And then, which is Claude, right, for example. And then the API is the server, or the person that is delivering the food from the kitchen to the person, right, at the table. And the table, right, the people at the table that are waiting for their food, the customers are you guys, who are going to be using the app. So the API is the person that delivers the information from the website, from the prompt to the person, right, which is y'all. So I need to be paying API tokens each and every single month. And it says for around 50 users every single month, based on how much they text and, communicate in the chats and stuff like that. which is obviously like what I'm gonna kind of create, make it have is like a general chat, forum chat, all this different type of stuff to keep it, a community going. It's going to cost around like $20 a month, which is not that bad for 50 users. So it's $20 a month. It is going to be $9 a month for the App Store. For it to stay on the App Store, it's like $100 annually. It's like 99 bucks annually, so every single year to keep it up on the App Store. So that's around $8 a month, $8.25 or something like that. So that $20, and then the whatever it's called, the Base 44. Base 44, me actually, the AI that's going to build the app, that's going to allow me to build the app, it's like 40 or 50 bucks a month. It's going to be around $70 a month to run the app when it's fully launched. Once it is, set in stone that, the app is published and everything, and I'm getting charged pretty much $70 a month, all I'll need is, 4 customers every single month to pretty much pay those expenses back and to eradicate those expenses. I'm going for $20 a month. I think that's pretty cheap, as well as it's not too expensive, or it's not like too low. Like $20 is a decent bit, especially if I get more than 10, bro. Like that's legit $200 a month. 10, 50 users, bro. 50 users, I'll be making $1,000 a month just from the app. So again, all I need is about 4. To eradicate those expenses to keep the app up in and of itself each and every single month. So until we continue to like grow, bro, the more y'all chat, the more people we get in there. Once we start hitting like 100, 500 members, continuous members every single month, that's when I'll have to start paying maybe like $50 or $60 a month for API tokens for more, to keep it like running better and smoother. But at that point, I'll be making like $5,000, $10,000 a month from the app. Lord willing, bro, that'll be amazing. But the idea is good enough for it to get to that point. I 100% believe in that. I just need to invest. I need to take the risk and just work my absolute butt off. This is something that is very, very different from trading, guys. Trading you have to be very, very, very patient with, right? And I've really realized that in the past 2 years. You can't force trading. You can't force the progression from trading. So, this is something alongside content and alongside doing door-to-door for my pressure washing business. I have a $1,000 job this week that I locked in. It is alongside those things. This is something that I can work super, super hard with. Unlike trading, right? Trading, again, you can't work really hard in trading. Like, you just show up every single day. The more work you kind of put in with trading, the worse it's going to be, right? This is why I'm taking a break right now. But with this, bro, my work ethic just like matches it perfectly, bro. Like, I can sit here and work all day long. I will do that, right? But I got things in my life right now, like especially with health. When it comes to health, like I try to stay locked in. I try not to look at screens for too long. But at the same time, bro, for this beginning phase of building the app, bro, I'm willing to sit on my computer screen for 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day. But at the same time, like, I want to enjoy my day, bro. I want to be able to come out here and do this. So that's why I'm kind of like working on the laptop right now. But yeah, all it's really going to take once I launch the app is about, again, 4 customers to eradicate the expenses of keeping the app up, keeping it running smoothly. So that is not that bad at all. That is not that bad at all. Again, until I scale and there's more and more people. So yeah, just figure out about that. So now I got this kind of to-do list I've created that actually Claude created for me. So I can develop the AI and curate it. I can continue to curate it, which I didn't know, for completely free on Claude API. And then once I'm ready to test the AI, right, and put it inside of an app, once I develop that on Base 44, that will cost. I'll start paying money for the credits, the API credits, and then use the console workbench, paste your system prompt in, and test the API calls. So again, putting it into the app once it's developed and testing. So then then build my app. Wait, build my. Okay, I see what it says. Okay, my bad. So get your API key, load the $20 in credits, and then use the console workbench to paste your system prompt in and test the API calls. Once you see that working, right, then build my app, right, and then plug the API keys into the code and then publish the app. So, dude, as y'all can probably tell, bro, it is a lot. It is a lot. Very hard to understand. This is something I'm brand new to. AI is very complicated, in my opinion. I think for mostly everyone that's never really experienced building an app using AI, it's pretty complicated, bro. It's pretty complicated. So we have an insane amount to do. Like these are all the different ideas and stuff like that. I'm just like writing everything down that I possibly have all in here. Hopefully y'all can see this, but yeah, foundation, primal AI selling point, micronutrient tracker, that's the selling point. So these are like the main two selling points. Instead of all calories this, calories that, again, calories don't really matter, right? It all comes down to micronutrients. Like, what are you putting inside of your body, right? The vitamins, the minerals, the fat soluble vitamins, all this type of stuff, bro. Like, micronutrients matters way more than calories. You don't consume calories, bro. Look up what a calorie means. It's heat. You don't consume heat. You don't, right? So everything that matters when it comes to gaining and losing weight, it doesn't really come down to calories. It really comes down to what are you feeding your body, the micronutrients of it, and the composition of that food. So those are I've never seen primal AI. I've never seen anything like that, to where someone will be able to ask questions and it won't lie to them. It'll actually provide true evidence behind the claims. Because again, if you use ChatGPT, if you look up ChatGPT right now, all of y'all go on ChatGPT, look up what is the most optimal diet. It will tell you to not eat red meat, and it will tell you to eat more vegetables and more grains. So primal AI, bro, I've asked it now. Like, it's at the point where I ask it and it says no, it is the worst thing that you could possibly do. And I've taught it as well to be balanced, right? To be not so locked in, because there is a balance. Definitely, you don't want to be obsessed to the where you don't enjoy some parts of, like, you don't enjoy life, right? I'm at the point where my diet, I love my diet. I love the food that I eat. I know it's extremely healthy for me. It's fueling me. It's making me feel good. It's making me look good. It's ridding up my acne, everything. So I enjoy eating what I eat, but every now and then I think once a month, bro, it's fine to make some homemade cookies, bro, and splurge on some sugar. Like, stuff like that's fine, dude. It's fine. So I'm teaching as well to have like I taught it a 95-5 rule. It's where 95% of the time you are locked in. The other 5%, you can enjoy yourself, bro. You can go, you can go and drink or whatever that 5% of the time. When you're ever on vacation, whatever you want to do. I don't drink, but stuff like that, bro. Like, I'm teaching it how to be very balanced, to not be so locked in. But again, like modern, like how things are nowadays, everyone says, oh, you need to learn the medium. You need to balance things out, bro. But like the balance for them is like 30-70, right? 30% of the time they're eating healthy, 70% of the time they're eating garbage, they're partying every single weekend, and they're saying, oh, moderation is key, bro. No, it's not, right? I'm talking about true balance, 95-10. 95-10. 95% of the time you're locked in, 5% of the time you can splurge, you can enjoy life, stuff like that. But dude, 95% of the time I enjoy life, bro. I love the food that I eat. Like, I'm so hyped right now to go inside and make this food. And then tomorrow we're gonna have some raw salmon. But yeah, it's micronutrient tracker. Again, nothing like that online. It's only calories, which again don't really matter in the grand scheme of things. Hopefully that will be able to open more people's eyes. Primal AI, again, that's a huge selling point. There's nothing like that. A gentle wake up alarm. That's really cool. That's something that I've found I needed in my life. So that's something that that I put on there because I wake up every single morning, jolt. Like, it's just like terrible. My wake up alarm, even though it's low, like I always wake up jolting. But yeah, recently I just really wanted to kind of create like a gentle alarm because there are a few online and it's helped me wake up a little bit easier. But most of them, like, bro, they're paid plans and stuff like that. So this one I'm implement into the app, which is cool. Waking me up slower and stuff like that. So this is the eats, bro. We got about half pound of ground beef right here, and then avocado and 5 eggs. And then we got some raw salmon right here with some salt on it. So, about to bust down on this, enjoy the food, and then get to the work. So, peace out. All right, yo, what's good, boys? It is Friday, April 3rd. So y'all can see, we are cooked. We are mad tired. Yesterday, we ended up doing a 12-hour pressure washing job. So, made $1,050. So, not too bad, not too bad. But, dude, yeah, I'm absolutely pooped right now. Absolutely pooped. But what we did end up doing is finishing the curation of the AI. And now, it took me about a week and a half every single day to finally be confident that pretty much everything is covered. So we got the instruction now. Pretty much like this is what I figured out. This is all like what I struggled with for the first few days. Doing the wrong thing. So if y'all were wanting to build an app and whatnot, this is how you do it. So essentially, you create a project. So I was just creating like a random chat, and I was curating that for a few days. You need to create a project, right? Like right here, to where you have your project, you have your app, and you can change. It's like almost like you're changing the code of the AI. So like right here, the instructions, right? I changed that. When this is just like lines, like it's just a lot. Like I've written an insane amount, used AI as well to curate it perfectly so that Claude understands it to the absolute optimal way, the most absolute optimal way, right? So, but yeah, the instruction is like pretty much your code of the AI. So I'm constantly asking questions, right, in this little area right here. And as you can see, these are like all the different like little niches I've kind of asked about, questions about. I've also gotten like 3 or 4 people to ask me like personal questions, like very specific scenarios, kind of like acting like they're a user of the app. And I plugged it in here, see if I could fix anything. There's a lot of different things that I curated and fixed from there and edited and stuff like that. But yeah, you pretty much, write something down and then, oh, this is wrong. It's saying this incorrectly. I don't like how it's saying this. Add this, add that in every response, put emojis there, put emojis here. I put all of that. Once I see something's wrong with like the way that's responding, again, I go to the code of the instruction, the instructions, and I change something. So I was doing it wrong for the first like few days. So I wasted a lot of time doing that, but pretty much over time, I'll improve it more and more and more and more and more. But for now, this is really good. This is like really all I want. I've asked probably I would say probably like 150 questions around there. So I've gotten a lot out of this. Just understanding wise as well as like when it comes to health, I've gained a lot from this. So it's really cool, as well as I've learned a lot. I guess you would say production wise and building this. But so now it's going to be a whole new thing, right? Now I think this is gonna be the fun part. This is really gonna be the fun part. Now we're building the actual app itself. So now we're using Base 44. This is an AI builder, AI app builder. So this is what I was talking about. It's like $40 a month. So what we had to figure out now is we're going to, create this prompt and build the app. So like just customize it to how everything's supposed to work. And all like the technicals and stuff like that, like local farm finder, that's like one of the major features as well. I'm gonna have to figure it out, like how the app is going to know your exact location to base where the most local farm is, like all that type of stuff. I'm gonna have to figure out how to go about doing that. Obviously, I can tell it to do general chat, a forum chat. It's gonna be easy. Daily to-do list of this. Make it optional, whatever you want to do for based on the person. Like that's super easy, right? But I don't know about the local farm finder. I might have to, imply more and learn more about that to be able to do stuff like that. As well as the AI, I'm gonna have to figure out how to pay money for the API key to get it running, and then put the API into the app itself so that the AI is directly linked to my Claude AI. So a whole lot of stuff to learn, but yeah, right now going to put in some work for a little bit. It is currently 8:21 a.m. and see if I can get like some decent progress on this app. But yeah, boys, that's pretty much it. This is probably like the last few clips for the first vlog. So I'm getting ready to probably edit it tomorrow, which is Saturday. So I'm hyped to just in general just post about these, bro. But I don't think I even told y'all. I put it in my vlog for this week, but again, this is a different vlog. This is the app, the journey to building my app, my first $10,000 a month app. But we do have a little trip planned, boys. We have a little trip planned. We are going to Bali. We're going to Bali. Me and my boy. He trades as well. He makes some pretty good money. He and I are gonna go to Bali for an entire month. So I just had the idea. I've been kind of wanting to do it I've been wanting to go to Bali for a very long time, and I kept on saying, "Oh, I'm waiting until trading starts working. I'm waiting until I'm making money from trading." But now I'm making consistent money in these other businesses like affiliations. Not too much in affiliations, but a little bit every single month, as well as my pressure washing business, making like $4,000 to $5,000 a month in that. So like, yeah, I told myself, if I hit like 4K profit this month, I will most definitely go. And like, even right now, bro, like, again, I should hit 4K profit, 4 or 5K profit, because $1,000 I did yesterday. I have 1.8K job already secured. Doing that at the end of this month, close that. So that's 2.8K right there. So all I need is like legit one more $1,000 job. While I was doing the job yesterday, I literally had a lady come by and she said, "Oh, it looks awesome. Would you be interested in giving us an estimate?" I'm gonna go over there today to give them an estimate, and I'm pretty sure like I will get a yes for that. So it's like it'll be like a $900 job as well. So if I literally just lock in this person, get them as a client, I have a 4K a month, plus affiliation money. So without even trading. But yeah, so like I'm making some good money, bro. Gonna enjoy life. I'm gonna go splurge a little bit and do something I've never really done, which is go out of the country kind of by myself, bro. Not without my family, I guess you would say. Dang, dude, pollen's crazy right now. But yeah, with all that yap aside, we are gonna go Bali for an entire month. He's kind of thinking about Costa Rica, maybe, for like a few weeks instead. I don't know. I really want to go to Bali, but we'll see. We're going to discuss it probably like this weekend. So yeah, we're going to go to Bali. So stay tuned for that. I'll probably actually end up releasing the app in Bali, because it's probably only going to take me like a month and a half, 2 months to make this. So maybe while I'm at Bali, maybe towards the end of the trip, I may end up actually releasing the app itself. So y'all may get these videos a lot earlier. But yeah, boys, a lot to look forward to this summer, a lot to look forward to in general. And yeah, so I'm going to work on this app for a little bit, and I'll see y'all later. Yeah, that looks terrible. Okay, that's cooked. That is cooked. Yeah. Pretty much just designing the circadian section first. Okay, I think that's pretty solid. They're looking pretty solid. Just making a bunch of tiny critiques. Literally been it's been like, I would say an hour and a half, 2 hours. It's been 2 hours. We have also been posting a little bit of some videos as well. So it's been a mix of that as well as working on this. But for the most part, we pretty much finished this page, but now we have to edit the circadian rhythm page. We have to edit the gentle wake up alarm page, and I feel like that we can make this page just a little bit better. I've been working like literally on the past like 45 minutes just on this timer, making it like look really cool, really clean, as well as like the color schemes, all this stuff, and this looks solid. So I'm gonna keep this. To be honest, I might actually change these colon colors because they're a bit weird. But dude, this is fire right here. This is where, so you're gonna click this and it's gonna pull up the AI. So I like made it to where like it's nice color, as well as the little steak emoji in the middle. So sick. So circadian section, we got the nutrient section. Haven't dabbled at all in this. This is gonna be pretty deep as well. Chat, very, very simple. Again, we're gonna make this a lot more in depth. And then the dashboard, we're gonna make this a lot more in depth too. I don't like how it kind of designed up here. I hate this. So we're gonna make this look so much cleaner, so much better. So yeah, this is pretty much just like the basic kind of setup. Again, I'm probably going to change a few more things with this page right here. The colors of these are fine, or I'm going to change these, and then maybe something with this. I may change like the what it says right here, as well as like the shape of the bubbles. I don't know. We'll figure something out though. But we're putting that work, and we're seeing it come together finally. So again, like the whole purpose of what I use, which is Base 44, it's $40 a month. But like I talked about earlier, but $40 a month, but it is 100% worth it. And I'm gonna have to continue paying that forever and ever. So that's just expense with this app. So $40 for this every single month, $9 a month to keep the app running on the App Store, and then I think like $20 for the right amount of keys, the API keys on Claude AI, to keep pretty much like the server up for my AI. It's going to be around that's around like $60, $70 a month. So all I need is legit. I'm going to charge $20 a month. So all I'm going to do is just all I need is just 4 people every single month, and that'll cover pretty much that'll literally cover all the expenses for this app. And then past that point, it's just pure profit. So pretty cool. It is kind of expensive, but it is what it is, bro. Like, this makes it so much. I looked it up earlier. I was like genuinely curious how long it would take to develop an app, how difficult it would be to develop an app from a beginner's perspective. And it literally said like it can take months, like half a year average to a year, if you're gonna like implement some pretty in-depth things, which I am. Like, this app is gonna have a local farm finder for local foods. It's gonna be really, really in-depth on that side. It's got the AI itself, which is very, 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 very in-depth, and I curated it meticulously. As well as, a few other, like, what are the other ones that are like pretty in depth? We have the local farms. That's probably going to be like, dude, if I had screen timer. I'm going to have to do a screen timer connected to the Apple phone so that, it can set off alarms. It's going to be like, those parts are going to be really, really in depth. And AI is just going to make it a lot easier. It's still going to be, there's still going to be challenges in like connecting the two. And like making sure that it's all functioning correctly, but like, dude, it would legit take me probably an entire like 6 months to 8 months if I really worked like an hour a day, 2 hours a day, consistently with everything else I'm doing. It would take genuinely 6 months to develop an app. But with AI, bro, with Base 44, yes, you do pay a lot, but again, you pay that $40 a month, and you charge $20, $30, like whatever service you're doing. Like, I'm doing mine $20 because I believe that's perfect. Don't want to make it too expensive, bro, because this is an app on the App Store. You don't see anyone paying $50, $100 a month for just a genuine like a normal membership on the App Store. No one does that. Most of it's like 20, 25, $30. So I'm doing 20. I think it's perfect. I don't really need more than that, bro. This is just a really, really cool project for me, something I'm really, really passionate about. So I want to make money with this 100%. Like, I genuinely think this can really, really blow up. But I'm not going to charge a stupid amount of money because like I'm not going to really I'm not going to get many people signing up if I do that anyway. But this is something that is genuinely worth more than $20 a month. Especially like with the community within it too. Like, once we start building it and stuff like that, bro, once we start getting like a lot of testimonials too within the forum section, bro, it's gonna be insane. But I'm really hyped. It's really cool seeing this all starting to come together, and it is still in depth, and there's so many small tiny critiques. Like I just said, bro, like just for that clock, I legit spent 45 minutes like to an hour designing the color, trying to find like what color scheme works best, what design, what style works best, what looks the cleanest, what animations look the best, like so many different things, bro, just for this stupid clock, right? So it's super, super in depth, and I'm not just adding like 3 or 4 functions. Like, there is a decent amount of like really high quality functions within this app. The main ones being the micronutrient tracker. You don't see that anywhere on this market, or App Store or anything. It's all calorie tracking, right? The only thing that really matters, bro, when it comes to food is micronutrients, right? So micronutrient tracker, the AI, obviously, and then the circadian rhythm thing, which is so sick. The chat, and then the leaderboard, and then the dashboard, which is like a few other things. Like again, it's going to be your local farms, Pomodoro, screen timer, daily to-do list, and analytics for like your nutrients, like this. It's pretty like this is like again, I haven't edited this at all. This is like what it spit out, but like something along the lines of that. But yeah, this is pretty much going to wrap up the first vlog for building a 10K a month app at 20 years old. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this one. This is probably gonna be a pretty long one, but most of them are gonna be probably pretty long because it's pretty much like 2 weeks worth of filming and putting it all into this. And then once I edit this video tomorrow probably, or maybe even tonight, I'm going to throw it in my files and just leave it drafted so that once I actually end up releasing the app, get it protected with rights and stuff like that. Then I will end up sending it and posting these videos, and hopefully, bro, y'all are gonna enjoy these, bro. I don't want this to go to waste. I really want to document the learning process and the building of this app because it truly is gonna change a lot of lives. It's gonna be really sick. So y'all are literally seeing all the behind scenes of it. But yeah, boys, appreciate y'all. Make sure to use code Bryson at Alpha Future checkout, MFFU checkout, Tradeify checkout for the best discounts and to support me in these videos if y'all boys do trade. So much love. See y'all later.